It is a surreal but now all too familiar ritual. Healthcare workers painstakingly disinfect the coffin of the latest suspected victim of the Ebola virus at Bunia's General Hospital. His family members look on in anguish, unable to get close to their loved one, torn apart by grief and consumed by fear. "Oh, my father, why, God?" this woman cries. "Oh, God, this is my only father." As the dead are carried out, new potential cases are arriving. At the entrance to the hospital, everyone's temperature must be taken.
So this is the room where they take people who are found to have a fever. There is a woman in there now. Obviously, they don't know if she has Ebola or not, but they're going to keep her here until they do more tests and get a better sense of what's going on.
At a makeshift coordination center inside the hospital, Dr. Richard Cajon and his team are working round the clock to keep up with an outbreak they say is out of control. They agreed to show me and photojournalist Alex Platt what they're up against.
We are now getting ready to go into the so-called red zone of this hospital. That is the area where all suspected Ebola patients are put. And there is a lot of protective gear, unsurprisingly, that one needs to wear to go inside.
Bundibugyo is a strain of the virus that few were expecting. There is no vaccine and no cure. The doctors write our names on our backs so they can recognize us. And then it's time to go in. At the moment, patients are treated in hastily constructed tents. 30-year-old Gloria is a lab technician, one of dozens of healthcare workers believed to be infected.
C'est difficile à respirer. She says it's difficult to breathe.
Earlier, we met her sister waiting outside for news.
J'ai vu votre sœur. Elle attend le moment qu'elle peut vous embrasser encore une fois. Voulez-vous que nous disions quelque chose à votre sœur pour vous? Un message?
Do not be afraid, she says. But it's impossible not to be scared. Some of the patients here are in very bad shape.
How do you stay strong when you're seeing this?
For me, it's our humanity, you know.
Your humanity.
Yeah, it's our humanity. When people are suffering like this, like that, you know, I feel it. So he was in coma.
Yeah.
It's Ebola confirmed.
10-year-old Meshak is still very weak, his mouth ravaged with blisters from the virus. He asked the doctors for a banana, an encouraging sign. Slowly, Dr. Cajon warns him. His condition is improving, but he has a long way to go.
He wants to lay down? Let's help him lay down then.
They lay him down in the corridor while his room is disinfected. Nothing about this situation is okay. But these doctors are doing everything they possibly can. As we walk to another ward, a familiar sound in the distance.
You can hear the cries of a family who are claiming the body of their loved one. This is a scene that's playing out here multiple times every single day.
This is a temporary ward for suspected cases. Patients lie waiting for test results that are taking up to a week to process.
So this is the situation that healthcare workers really want to avoid and are racing to put a stop to. You have 5 patients in the same room, all of them suspected of having Ebola, but doctors can't be sure. They can't rule out the possibility that one person in here may not have Ebola, and then, of course, there's a strong chance they could contract it.
Every exit from the red zone is as careful as the entry. Protective equipment must be sprayed down with chlorine and methodically removed.
We were in there for maybe half an hour, and I could barely stand up by the end. It's incredibly tiring, really hot. You're sweating so much, you're thirsty. I just help us understand the kind of stamina that you need as a doctor to be going in and out of that red zone multiple times every single day.
It's really hard. We have to stand strong for those patients, and otherwise, the situation will be really very, very bad.
That 10-year-old boy, that's hard to see.
The first day, he was really bleeding, a lot of diarrhea and shock, so you have to get a way to give IV fluid. It's not really easy. So, and for me, like an ICU doctor, when you have a situation like this, it's very hard to say, I have to stop because I'm tired.
On the outskirts of the city, the family we met earlier is burying their father, 72-year-old farmer Papa Babona Baudouin. The burial team forms a cordon around his grave, the mourners forced to grieve at a distance. The final cruelty of this vicious virus.